Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Visions. I'm Cedric Varner, your host, excited about our guest in the studio with us today. We're on location at the ASU Acadome, and we're talking with the one and the only Susan Taylor, who's in Montgomery to launch the National Cares Mentoring Movement, along with Mr. Ed Brown, who is the local director of the Montgomery Cares Mentoring Movement. And Susan, thanks for being here with us today on the Vision Show. Mr. Brown, thanks for being here.
It's my honor.
Excited about you being here, excited about this movement. Mr. Brown and I have been talking for a couple of years about you, and so you have taken the time to come be with us and to launch this movement in Montgomery.
Well, I have to tell you, Colonel Brown has been like so assiduous and devoted over these years, and just trying to get the launch to this day is what you've really been planning for this day, rather. And he really has stayed in touch with us and really just did everything that we needed to do to make this day happen.
Awesome. Well, you know, all of us have been keeping up with you over the years through Essence Magazine. You spent 37 years?
37 years.
And you didn't retire.
Well, you know what?
You just transitioned.
Actually, after Katrina, I just felt like we couldn't go back to New Orleans, which, as you know, is the home of the Essence Music Festival, and do what we've always done. You know, we called it a party with a purpose, and we needed to really deepen and broaden the purpose. After Katrina, I said, what could I ask the hundreds of thousands of African-American men and women who come to the festival to do that would also improve the life of our community, especially our children? And just pausing around that, the idea came, you can ask them to mentor. So that gave birth to Essence Cares, and in order to grow it and really institutionalize it, I realized that I had to leave the magazine. And people who know my story know that when I joined Essence, I was a poor, struggling single mother. My marriage had just broken up, and you know, today I'm okay, and I think that I owe the rest of my time, energy, and efforts to my community.
Well, you've been doing that. I mean, you've been just serving, been a role model for years. You're in the spirit columns over the years. We've just been really excited. Now, was the National Mentoring Cares as it is now, it began as Essence?
That's right,
Cares?
It's Essence Cares.
Okay. And did it really come to fruition as far as the idea or for the vision for it after Katrina, or was it before?
Because of Katrina. Because of Katrina, I just knew that we couldn't do what we've been doing before. We would come to the Essence Music Festival, 200,000 people, we'd have a good old time. And we'd have the beautiful empowerment seminars with all of our speakers and healers and teachers, and people would be whooping and hollering, but we'd go back to our communities, having pledged that we're going to get involved, and I continued to see things spiral downward. So over the years, our conditions weren't improving, yet we were spending all this money to bring people together from all over the country, giving it away free, the empowerment seminars, and getting pledges from people, yes, we're going to go back and do something. So I said, you know, I can use the connections that I have with people in media and with celebrities and politicians and my community. I think I'm trusted in my community, and I can step into communities and really try to work with people like Colonel Brown to galvanize communities. And so because of the generosity of Anheuser-Busch and Oprah Winfrey and Essence Magazine and FedEx, we were able to hire a president, Dr. Rustin Lewis, who transitioned from Washington, D.C. to Atlanta, where our headquarters are, and other staff members, and now we're in 54 cities around the country.
Wow. Well, tell me about those 54 cities. I mean, what has it been like going into each city and recruiting volunteers? Because I was watching your Oprah show, and on there, and as I see, you're looking for 1 million mentors.
That's right.
What's it been like as you've been going to the different cities to recruit those mentors?
I'll just tell you, I'm coming into your homes to get you. You know, I say this with a broken heart and with deep respect, that we show up for the party sometimes, but not the purpose. We need to engage our ministers, our faith leaders, our union leaders, our sorority and fraternity leaders to speak to their congregations and constituencies, and to get their hearts fired up, you know, for service, as our president is asking us to do, President Obama.